All right.
Please.
So two things for the bit. One, you said that so we've been trying to get a review of Project Hail Mary for like a couple of weeks now, which we
Yeah.
haven't been able to because you haven't had a chance to see it. My question is, how did you make time to see the Mario movie?
I didn't watch it in theaters.
Okay, all right, you give me everything I needed to know. But did you watch this more like, oh, because I need to, or like, were you like, well, there's children in my life, might as well,
No,
make that the
it was
excuse.
pure need. It was pure need. This is not a movie for me.
All
It'd be
right,
like if I watched Wuthering Heights. It's not for me. Let's be real here.
all
I
right.
watched it. I got to do a review of it, but I know.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. You don't have to do a review of that. So, no, we do not. Second thing, I wanted to do a follow-up on something that we talked about last week with
Mhm.
the One Piece review. I don't know if you remember, but like I mentioned in the review that I've been heckling the Netflix Twitter account
Uh-huh.
to notice our show and in order to find a way for them to send us some swag, like specifically about Netflix One Piece. I'm like, let's put this podcast thing into the atmosphere. Let's make them, notice us. Or,
Yeah.
or this was just my way of getting a baseball jersey that Luffy wears in episode 3 or 2. No, it was episode 3. And they were kind enough to send me a link to the Netflix shop where I could spend $75 plus shipping on getting that jersey, which I'm happy to tell you right now, I did not do, because that felt like a steal.
Wait, hold on. So they gave you a discount on the jersey?
No, not even. I think they charged me more actually. I did not get the jersey. That's what I'm trying to say.
Jesus Christ. Fair.
But
They respond.
while I was there, I did check out other things that they had on the Netflix store. Apparently, Netflix has a store where like you can buy
Which they don't advertise
merch.
very well at all.
They don't. It's kind of great. They have anyway. So the Netflix store is actually full of stuff, but I was like, I will not spend a single dollar on them. Like, no, they've taken they're still raising their prices. I will not give them anything. I bought one thing, okay? So
What did you buy?
I have a thing for anime merch that is like subtle anime merch that you can't tell
It's
it's
anime.
anime merch at the start.
Uh,
Uh, Plus, since I don't have a red hat, I figured let me get a red hat for the Mario
yo.
review. So I'm kind of in my baseball hat era because I'm getting quite a bit of them. So this is my subtle chopper, 2020 chopper baseball hat. Isn't it cool?
I like it. I like
It's
it.
cool, right?
It's nice.
It's
I like it.
cool. Yeah, I'm not usually pro red hat, but this is more of a pink purple one. Can barely
Also,
tell.
it's very clearly a white X. Like you compete with the Peace Corps for all people know.
Yeah. So but the people who know.
No.
So why don't we go ahead and do the thing?
Chema, hit the intro.
Wait, wait. Thank you for welcoming us into your headphones. My name is Chema.
I'm Eddie.
Reviewing the Super Mario Galaxy movie, this is the rollback. The galaxy awaits. Having thwarted Bowser's previous plot to marry Princess Peach, Mario and Luigi now face a fresh threat in Bowser Jr., who is determined to liberate his father from captivity and restore the family legacy. Alongside companions new and old, the brothers travel across the stars to stop the young heir's crusade. So, Super Mario Galaxy movie, aka Hype Moments and Aura, debuted this year, 2026, directed by Aaron Horvath, Michael Jelenic, and starring the voices of Chris Pratt, Charlie Day, Anya Taylor-Joy, Jack Black, Keegan-Michael Key, Benny Safdie, Donald Glover, Luis Guzman, Brie Larson, Glenn Powell, and other colorful characters. So, Mario movie, when it first came out, I think we were all in a good same consensus of that was very much a lot of nothing, but a fun time. I think we enjoyed it. We had a fun time with that. It was pretty much the sign for us to go like, "Oh my God, they did the thing," and we were kind of okay with that. I think if that's pretty much what all you can do with a Mario movie. It's
Mhm.
it's pretty much all you can do. These games don't have those kind of plots that lend themselves to a movie. So we're
Yeah.
like, as long as the animation is really nice and it's not insulting, like insulting to someone's intelligence, much like the Minecraft movie was,
Or emoji.
this or the Emoji movie was, this is okay. Um, I had my problems with the original movie, and honestly, my problems were solved in this sequel. I found this to be an experience that I should have enjoyed way more than the first one, but I do have some problems with this, and I want to approach this in an intelligent way and not in a condescending way. Um, I'm going to be very direct. My problems with the movie are the dialogue, the story, and the pacing, specifically the lack thereof, the three. And I want also to approach this as like, I know that this is quote unquote a children's movie, but call me crazy. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about because I am a person that does not have any children, but I think the children deserve good
Better.
stories
Yeah.
and better. And now, that being said, thought the animation was incredible. Thought the character designs were great. Thought the voice acting was fantastic. And the music, I also thought it was incredible. And it is doing a couple of very, very good things. Um, but I don't know if it's going to make it super memorable for everyone involved. So that's my initial approach. You were a little critical of it before we got into the call, so I'm gonna let you start with that. So go right ahead.
Okay, here's the thing. And I understand the first one was not the best film ever made. I'm not I haven't I don't go back and rewatch the Super Mario Brothers movie like twice a week or anything like that. I want to be
Yeah,
clear about that. That
yeah,
said, I would argue the first one had a little more heart than this one. I think there was more sense of wonder and adventure and wow, look at all this. Like what like what does he say? Wahoo! Like with like
yeah.
the world that we're being introduced to. This amazement. This movie lacks all of that. This movie lacks the amazement and the wonder of the first film, which I think was a big saving grace. The story in the first film was not perfect either, but like this movie has the bones of what could be a great movie, with Bowser Jr. coming for his father, his dad being evil, and then going back to being good, and then going back to being evil again. It has good bones. Genuinely, it does. But it feels like they were this movie feels lazy in the writing. It feels lazy in the storytelling. It feels lazy in the attempts. Because again, you're right, animation looks crisp. But like there's so many like we have two long montage sequences in the first 20 minutes between Yoshi in the real world and the brothers trying to save everyone in the Toad Kingdom. Um there was so much lacking in this movie that the first one did so much better. And again, the first one is not exactly a masterpiece, but at least I can respect it and like, oh, I tried. Particularly the final sequence where I'm not saying Mario has to be the one to save Rosalina, not by any means, but in at the end of the first Super Mario Brothers movie, there is a sense of urgency because Mario can be hurt in the real world, not so much in the kingdom, right? Because you see the scrapes and the blood and like he's beaten up, but he's still going out there to fight Bowser again. And there's a sense of urgency there. And then Luigi is like trying to protect him with the manhole cover, and they get the star, and then they get the win. But there was urgency. Not once in this entire third act was there ever a sense of urgency because, well, Mario's not getting injured. No one's getting hurt. Like we know they're fine. I'm not saying everything has to be a duel to the death, but they were unable to take me in due to the lack of stakes. For me at least. And I understand I'm being critical of a fucking video game movie meant for little kids. But as Chema said, we can hold them to a higher standard. The Wild Robot is a great movie. Robots is a great movie. The Iron Giant is an amazing kids movie.
Mhm,
Most of Pixar's catalog is amazing. Fucking Hoppers is amazing.
mhm.
We can hold them to a higher standard. I'm not gonna apologize for that.
No, and I agree, and that was like the first thing that crossed into my mind because I'm like, can I take this movie that is based on an IP, which already, is very much in like exists within the context of like, oh, and this is the game where Mario and his friends play go-karts, and this is the game where they play golf, and this is the game where they go on vacation to like a beach, and like, can we really like hold it to a standard in that sense? But then I think, remember the Lego movie? The Lego movie was also based on not only one IP but a ton of IPs, which
Yeah.
is essentially boils down to a commercial, and yet it also manages to be cosmic and like existential, and like it managed to like stay in our minds because of how memorable it was, and because it put all those questions there in the script and in the movie. And again, I don't want to minimize the the reach that this movie could have, but I'm saying Mario works as a vessel to we'll get the kids playing golf, we'll get the kids playing go-karts, we'll get the kids, it facilitates that, it helps. Because if I tell you, do you want to play a racing game, you'll be like, why? But if I tell you, let's play Mario Kart,
Hell yeah.
yes, everyone
Hell yeah.
wants to do that. Yeah. I don't know, he facilitates that. That's his point of existence. So that's why a movie is like, okay, what can the movie do? Because if you think of like classic Mario, okay, it's like him rescuing the princess. They're refusing to have a rescue the princess moment in either movie. They're like, we're not doing that. And we're like, okay, well, you take away that's part of the identity, but okay, you don't want to do that. We're gonna
Mhm.
do something else. The first one, I agree, did manage to be a little bit more epic than the second one. And I feel like, okay, the second one, Mario Galaxy. Okay, we're going into space. We're going in to see all these different worlds. We saw like two. But
Mhm.
the music helped. The music helped, to feel the part of my pump, but like the atmosphere. But still, I agree. There's something missing. My biggest problem with the first one was the use of licensed music. You know how I told you that like my problem with Illumination, they have an obsession with using licensed music, and like this is the way that like, oh, the dads won't fall asleep because, oh, look, they're playing AC/DC in the background, so the dads are like,
Yeah.
yes, I recognize that. It's the equivalent of jangling keys in front of a baby. They did not do that in this movie. I think there's like one use of like a licensed music, which is on the Yoshi backstory, but it doesn't even use the lyrics. It's just like the music. And after that, pure original Mario music made readapted by Brian Tyler. So that's great. That part I do like. Um,
See, I would disagree
but
there. I think licensed music can add to if you use it right, right? You can't make every scene with licensed music, but I think sparingly, like three or four good songs in good places could work.
maybe, but like you have Mario, which is like they're not known for its dialogue, but if you listen to a little bit of Mario music, you immediately know where it is. So why not use the music of like a very music-full
Mhm.
game, you know? Because if you hear da na 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 na, you immediately know what it is. So
Yeah.
why not use that? That was my biggest problem with the first one. So
Mhm.
I'm glad they did it here because the music in Mario Galaxy, some of the best in the Mario series, I think.
All I'm saying is this. Imagine if you heard Through the Fire and Flames while Mario and Peach are like going through the dungeon. Imagine how epic that would have
Keys
felt.
jangling, keys jangling. You are an infant, you are a toddler. Not you, just,
In
you know
general.
what
I don't know,
I
I think I think that could have worked. But okay. So what did you think of, from what I understand, because you're the Nintendo expert, the retcon of Rosalinda being, instead of being Peach and Mario's kid, being Peach's sister?
Rosalina was never Peach's Mario's kid.
Wasn't there like a fan theory?
It's a fan theory, but was never canon.
So what was she then?
And it was never revealed. They just, oh, an entity, a princess of the stars. They always like hinted that she was connected to Peach in a way,
Hmm.
but never actually confirmed. This is not so much a retcon, but more of a, okay, I guess it's canon,
Hmm.
at least in the movie.
Hmm.
I don't want to say universe, but like the movie time. I don't want to say timeline either. God damn it, these
I'm
fanboys.
I'm calling it right
Um,
now. I think the next one is the Super Smash Brothers.
I don't think so. I think we have a long way to go, but.
They have Fox McCloud,
It was nice to see Fox McCloud, not gonna lie, because
played by
are you
Glenn
familiar?
Powell, the only dude cool enough to play him.
It's kind of a match made in heaven, not gonna lie. Did you see the story of how this came to be?
No.
So apparently, after the first Mario movie came out, Glenn Powell contacted Illumination, and I was like, "How do I get a Star Fox movie off the ground? What do I need to do?" And Illumination was like, "I don't know. You tell me. You're the famous guy." Like, So
I
apparently,
mean,
they planned this in because he's a big Star Fox fan, and it was like, "How can I do this?" And it's like, it's kind of perfect. It's weirdly very effective, and the cool thing is that there hasn't been a new Star Fox game since like, oh God, like three
2003
presidents
maybe?
ago.
Since what, the
No,
GameCube?
no, there was one in Wii U, but like barely anyone cared about that one. It was called Star Fox Assault.
Star Fox 2? But that was in
No, Assault.
2017.
Look up, yeah, 2017 or like before that. Feels like
Star
a
Fox
lifetime
Zero?
ago. Yeah, but nobody cared about that one. People barely care since Adventure. He kept showing up in Smash because he was one of the original roster fighters, so that's why they kept him in. But this is slowly getting people to care about Star Fox again because I've never seen so many people talk about Star Fox in a long time.
You're not
Like people
wrong.
are playing the original games again, and like if this makes like Star Fox like popular again, if we get a new game out of it, if we get like maybe a remaster of the old games, not a bad thing.
No.
Absolutely not a bad
Is
thing.
Star Fox owned by Mario? I mean, owned by Nintendo?
Yes.
Makes sense. Okay, then I mean, oh no, they have a new flight simulator game.
Yeah, that's the point. So could be cool. It could be real cool if we see that again. So I have no complaints about Star Fox. I thought he was used, as good as again. He basically plays a Han Solo type in this movie. Like they literally meet him at like a port, and he agrees to take it. They even have like a little joke where like they're playing with your expectations. Like he's with Peach, Mario gets there, he meets him, and they kind of look at each other like they're gonna like be
In
fighting
the
over the
fight,
princess, and then they go like, "Oh, cool, welcome!" Like they're just like, "We're not
nice
doing that."
mustache. Yeah,
Yeah, they're like, "We're not doing that." Like it's you think we are, but we're not.
we're not yet.
Yeah, yeah. So I like that. I like that they included that. I thought he was a good addition because there's a lot of characters that later show up in Smash. Like he was there. Rob the Robot showed up. Pikmin appeared as
That's
well.
right. I was the Pikmin. I couldn't place them. I was like another game. You
Yeah.
think we're going to see Kirby anytime soon?
Ooh, that's could be fun.
Who's the
Could be real
team?
fun.
We got Pikachu with Ryan Reynolds. We got Mario. We got Star Fox. We need Kirby. Uh, who else do we need?
Samus.
Samus Aran. Damn, you're right. We're kind of a long ways away. But what would be the next
Yeah.
Mario movie then? Like Super Mario?
No idea. They could play golf. They could be Mario Sunshine. Could be Mario Wonder, which
Wasn't
came out.
Galaxy the last like super big one? Like big
No,
one?
the last super big one was Odyssey, which
Could be
this movie
Odyssey.
this movie took some elements from Odyssey. Like that intro location that looked kind of like a Mexican desert, that's straight up from Odyssey.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised. I want to talk a little bit about Bowser and Bowser Jr. because
Mhm.
I was watching it and when it was revealed, like, oh, he's my dad, and when Mario tells Bowser, like, oh, you have a son, and Bowser's like, oh my God, Junior, like, it's like why are you barely thinking about him? Because like I feel like we all know this guy. We all know this guy that like has kids, but like is still trying to marry like a young little girl. Like
Like a
or
weirdo.
like or like you fucking weirdo. Shouldn't you be a dad somewhere? Like why are you like trying to marry someone like where the fuck is your head? I don't know.
Maybe
I
he's
was
like,
thinking
I'm
about
trying to find him a good mom.
I don't know. I
Blame me.
yeah I don't know. I work with enough of these weirdos, so I like I couldn't stop thinking about this.
That's a fair point.
Um, Yeah. The movie falls in this weird middle spot where like it kind of foregoes story and pacing and it does try to throw a lot of inside jokes and references and they're not always fun. Like when Star Fox was revealed to be in the movie, I'm like, oh, there's gonna be a barrel roll joke. There was a barrel roll joke.
Yeah.
The Rob the Robot was showed up, and they made the same joke from Zootopia, where like he takes a long time to like turn to tell you
Mm,
something. It's like I'm kind of immune to this now. Like it has to be applied in a way that like works. If you want an example, I think the way that it works is like in something like in the live action One Piece.
mm,
But I also don't find this super harmful. I don't know, my barometer for like the worst thing that can happen is the Minecraft movie.
mm.
And this is not the Minecraft movie, but it's also not the Lego movie. So it's somewhere right in the middle, but I give it the edge to like, I would put it, if I had to choose between like good and bad, I would put this in the good pile.
Mm.
But like you mentioned, it's not something I am like craving to see again, like so fast.
Is it bad that Jack Black is in both?
Well,
Is he slowly becoming cancer again?
Chris Pratt is also in the Lego movie. He's the protagonist as well, so I don't know. I don't know, man. I grew up watching Jack Black movies and loving them, but I don't know. I don't hate him as Bowser. I don't care too much for the singing, but I do. But I think he actually does a good job as like the speaking voice. I will say this: Spanish dub, 100% better, 100% better,
Why is it oh well, you always say that though. That's always 100% better.
and I'm never wrong about that.
Um,
Just sounds way more naturalistic. Like,
but like
yeah.
even with Shrek and stuff, apparently.
Shrek is like a million. Ask any Spanish speaker and ask them if Shrek is better in Spanish. They will all tell you yes.
Honestly, a few of my friends that speak Spanish have told me that, so that fair guy.
That's
Yeah.
because it's true. Yeah.
Right.
What else did you had like about like is it just the pacing and story or like is there anything else?
I feel like they didn't this movie feels very phoned in by the creators. I feel like the actors did the best they could. It felt like there was a lot more passion in the first run, in the first one, because it's like we're gonna do it. And then the follow-up, the attitude should be let's go bigger. Instead, it felt like it was we're doing it, we're in the process. I don't know. This movie feels like it lacks teeth. It lacks effort. It feels like it's not good. You're right, kids deserve better. Look at the Sonic movies, right? Each movie feels like it elevated, it tried something different, it tried to be funny, introducing new characters, but like each Sonic movie felt bigger
Mhm.
in a good way. I feel like this
I
one
agree.
like
I
should get it.
agree. I think my biggest problem with this is that it's not as epic as the first one, and
Well, not
I
even close.
don't, yeah, not even close. Will I see a third one? Sure, I would see a third one, like happily. I think Illumination has really nailed like the look of these characters, and even though I've criticized them a lot in the past, I think these are some of the best things that they've done. Weirdly, um, but I do think they need to have the passion and creativity forward instead of the references and the in jokes.
Hmm.
Because I don't know exactly why but like when I went to see this, and I've been to the movies a couple more times since this came out. I'm seeing a million kids dressed up, like they're dressed up as Mario or Luigi or Peach, and they look like they're having such a blast. And it's like, well, if they don't care that it's just, a an ocean of, in jokes and references, like I don't know, am I bad to like stand up and be like, well, actually, no, you shouldn't like this because of the no, but
No.
it could be worse. This is not, we're living in a time of like AI, brain rot, Elsa Gate, like very stupid things that the kids can watch for free at home. Is this bringing them to the theaters to experience like something great in theater? And is that a bad thing? Of course not. That's a good thing. And they should be excited about things. And I shouldn't like tell them to not be excited about something, but I should tell Illumination that, they should respect their audience a little bit more because you can do so much better. I wish I had a better point of reference with them, but there is not. This is the same company that gave us the stupid Lorax movie. So, um, Yeah, that's how I feel about this.
I'll defend the first Despicable Me.
Oh, me too. Me too. I do think that one's good.
Let me see.
Whatever.
Illumination. Let me look at their franchises. Give me one
Oh
second. Let me see
God.
what they got.
Of course. Yes.
Despicable Me mostly. Jesus. Despicable Me is definitely their big one. Let's see. Not Hop, not the Lorax, not Despicable Me 2, not Minions, not The Secret Life of Pets, not Sing, not Despicable Me, not The Grinch. The Grinch sucked.
Yeah.
Not Secret Life of Pets 2, not Sing 2, not The Rise of Gru, not The Screw. Do they only know how to make one movie franchise?
Yeah. It's
And
not
then
ideal.
Migration. Jeez. Man, they only make, dude, most of their half of their catalog is Despicable Me or Despicable Me spinoffs.
Yeah.
Just rebrand to Despicable Me Studios. They're making a bar oh no, they're making a Barbie movie and an Untitled Will Ferrell movie. Oh no. Oh, Minions and Monsters? You know that's gonna suck. Okay. Yeah, no, Illuminations. You know what, dude? We can't say that they can do better because they have not proven it at
Yeah,
all.
that's well, the first one was okay. The first Mario movie was okay. I guess much like with the Sonic movies, I kind of wanted them to up the ante a little bit more, which I
Yeah.
know sounds crazy because I am a 31-year-old adult man with a job asking an animation studio that primarily makes movies for children to make a better Mario movie. But you know what? I think I'm right about this.
See, here's the thing though. This is the point where we share franchises with generations, right? Like we
Yeah.
grew up playing the 64 games. People, excuse me, older than us grew up playing the 2D games.
Yeah.
People younger than us grew up playing the GameCube games and the Wii and then the 3DS and all that. This franchise spans multiple generations, so multiple generations are going to have their input. I will say one thing before we wrap up or anything. I will say one thing to any of you fucks. I want to be clear, I'm using that phrase, not kids. Any of you fuck. No, I'm looking to the goddamn camera. Look at me.
Mhm.
Look at me.
Yeah.
Any of you fucking assholes that went to movie theaters and bought not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, but all 10 of the movie buckets.
Oh, the
To
Yoshi
get
movie
back in
bucket?
line and buy more buckets and made that line go along. That line took up 40, no, 49 minutes of my fucking time during a lunch. I went to go buy the Yoshi bucket.
Oh,
Okay. They were
so you're
handling
part
that.
of the problem.
No, no, no. For Nikki. Nikki really wanted it.
Okay.
I bought one thing. I bought one thing. There were grown fucking scalpers out there arguing that they wanted to buy multiple buckets at once instead of having to get back in line. You fucking pieces of shit. I genuinely hope that your brakes fail when you're driving home and you hit a tree. Fuck you. I'm not saying I wish you, I hope you die. I'm saying I really hope some bad things happen because if you're a scalper, fuck you. You ruin everything. You ruin Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Pokemon cards, and now movie buckets. Fuck you.
No, I agree. Actually, we found the thing. We found the real villain of the story. We found the
It
real
wasn't Bowser
villain
Jr., it was the
of the
scalpers
story. It
along the way.
was the
Dude,
fucking
they were
scalpers.
arguing with staff members. Because, okay, the policy was one bucket per person, right?
Yeah.
But a family came up with two kids. One kid wanted the Yoshi bucket, the other kid wanted a Star bucket. Little kids. And the staff was like, yeah, sure, you have two kids, here's two buckets. Why do they get to buy two? Why can't I buy two? They're kids. Shut the fuck up.
Grown ass men, by the way.
Grown
Grown
grown ass
ass
men and
men.
women. No, I got both. I had to see, I saw both, and I'm like, you are the lowest denominator. Anyway, but
Yeah.
anyway, I want to get that off my chest. Fuck
No,
these.
no, I agree. I agree, and I'm glad. And you're good to point it out. I do think that is literally the worst part about this whole endeavor. So yeah. Final thoughts on the Mario Galaxy movie.
It's fine. It's harmless. I will never watch it again. When Ollie's ready to start watching movies, I will make sure he watches better movies.
I agree. And if we are in a position where you leave him with me because you want some space and I'm watching over, if he asks me to see it, I will be like, sure, but like, you better tell your dad it's good. So that way, that causes a clash of some kind. I did enjoy it, but I did not enjoy it more than the first one. But it's almost there. I would see them again, but if we're in the year is gonna have a ton of video game movies, and I already saw the Iron Lung, which was good. I thought this was okay. I can't wait for that back-to-back combo of Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat 2. I think that's gonna be a
Oh,
little bit more
I hope Mortal
fun.
Kombat's good.
I hope Street Fighter is good. The trailer was already amazing, so we'll see there. I gave this 3.5 stars. I was gonna give it three, but I did just because they acknowledge the fact that it was a terrible idea to use licensed music. I think you get the half a star there, Illumination. Good job.
Fair. 5 out of 10. It's harmless. It's not a bad movie. It's just not a very good one.
I'll tell you this: there's no fucking chicken jockey scene in this. I'll
Oh,
tell you
please,
that.
thank God.
Yeah, and I like that they kept Yoshi just saying Yoshi, even though they got Donald Glover to voice him. That was a thing. All right, so that's our thoughts on the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I want to thank everyone for joining us. Next week we might actually do Project Hail Mary or not. You'll have to wait to see.
Next
Anything else
time
you
on
want to
this
say?
episode of the rollback. Da 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 da. And if you get that reference, you're cool.
He punched me in the dick. Thank you.
Why? Why does he keep punching me in the dick?
Thank you so much for joining us. And before we go, I just want to give a shout out to Reed Weissman, Victor Glover, Christina Kott, and Jeremy Hansen, the crew of the Artemis 2, which just hit back on Earth yesterday. What a beautiful moment! What a beautiful thing that we all in the world were in a way witnessing. We are so used to everything in the world going wrong. It was really cool to see something go right and go as good as it did. So look at that. I only mentioned it, and you already have a smile on your face. What a beautiful moment. So I just wanted to say, give them a little shout out. I'm so glad that they made it home safe. And
I was just thinking about the fact that they ignored Trump. I love that part. I don't know if you saw that video. That video was, yeah, that's it.
also, shout out to one of them who did the 6-7 thing in space. Like that's the farthest the man has gone to do it. Thank you for joining us. Good night, everyone.
That, ah.